Bezrat Hashem Mincha today is going to be 7 p.m. downstairs. Please be on time. The Halacha, of course, tells us, very famous Halacha, Mayim Acharonim Chova, that the waters after a meal is an obligation, meaning to wash our hands after the meal is an obligation. Mayim Imtsayim Reshut, which means water in between two dishes, two parts of the meal, is not a Chova, is optional. The Gemara explains, what does that mean between two types of dishes? Hanimiri ben tavshil tavshil. You have one meal of meat, let's say chicken, and then the next meal is steak. The next dish is steak, course, right? Is steak. So then the halacha says you don't have to do reshut. If you want to wash your hands, you can wash. You don't want to, you don't have to. However, ben gvina tavshil chova. If you're going to have a dairy dish, macaroni, cheese, whatever it is, lasagna, and then you're going to have meat afterwards, then you have to do netira between. Why do you have to do netira? Because you might have accidentally touched the chalavi, and now you're going to touch the basari, and it's going to be basar v'chalav. So there, ma'im tzayim is an obligation. Not only that, the Gemara says it's not just enough to wash your hands. After cheese, you have to make sure that you also eat something in between, like bread, and drink something in order to wash the taste. Even though our minhag is very different than the Ashkenazic minhag. Ashkenazic minhag is when it comes to cheese, if it's a hard cheese, they wait 6 hours. Sfaradim, we don't make distinction. Parmesan cheese, regular cheese, hard cheeses, soft cheeses, cream cheeses, doesn't matter. For us, you're allowed to immediately after having cheese, you're allowed to have meat. There's no time limit. However, you do have to wash your hands, you do have to clean your mouth, and I would add in that sometimes people don't do a good job and they still taste in their palate the flavor of milk. They still feel the flavor of milk, so then they have to do a better job. So sometimes that might take a few minutes, or they might have to eat a little bit more than a little bit, because there can't be taste of milk while you're having meat. But other than that, there is no time limit for how much you have to wait between givina and basal. So this is the idea of mayim imtsayim. Now if he drinks a cup of milk, let's say he drinks a cup of milk and then he wants to have meat, of course he doesn't have to do netirat yadayim, because in that case there's no concern. What did you do? You put your finger inside the milk? Of course not. So since something that's not typically something that you touch, you just touch the cup, you just touch the vessel, that would not require any netirat yadayim. But it certainly would require you to clean your mouth and to drink something in between. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.